So to start with, I'd like to read a poem by Bernadette Miller called A Serious Frivolity. Savouring the substance of existence is a serious frivolity. Someone must do it. Someone must love luminous hours when leaves marry light and refuse to stop shining. Someone must speak the sweetness of lilacs before it is lost beneath smog. Someone must bask in the beauty of blessing because the news knows only brokenness. When you give yourself to a particular place, the power and peace of that place give themselves through you. So savouring the substance of existence is a serious frivolity. Someone must do it. Will that someone be you? So I invite you to find a comfortable posture, sitting or lying, whatever is most comfortable. And if you're sitting, perhaps keeping your feet flat on the floor and having a relatively straight back, but without being tense. And if you're lying down, just making yourself comfortable, perhaps with a blanket, perhaps a cushion under your head or your knees. And knowing that we can move and change posture at any time. This is your meditation. So look after yourself. And if at any time my instructions don't suit you and you would prefer to do something else, then that's absolutely fine. And if difficult emotions come up, know that you can always come back to the sensation of the breath, or perhaps the feet on the ground, or even open your eyes and look around the room. And then return to the meditation when you feel ready. So now I invite you to start by noticing the points of contact with the floor, the chair, the mat, or whatever support you've chosen. Perhaps feeling our feet touching the floor. Perhaps sensing the floor beneath our feet. And knowing that the ground is supporting us, holding us. And now perhaps noticing other points of contact, perhaps the buttocks and the thighs. Feeling the weight of our body pressing down. And being supported. And perhaps allowing ourselves to let go into that sensation of being supported. And then noticing if there are any other points of contact. Perhaps the back leaning against a cushion. And if you're lying, the shoulders and the head. Just noticing all those points of contact. Focusing our attention lightly and each time our mind wanders off, just gently and kindly bringing it back. And now I invite you, if it feels right, to bring your attention into your breath. No need to change anything. Just notice the breath. Perhaps noticing the sensation of the breath in the belly. Perhaps the belly rises slightly with the in-breath and then returns to neutral with the out-breath. Or maybe not. Just noticing whatever you find. Without judgment. Without preference. Keeping our attention on the rise and fall of the belly as we breathe in and out. perhaps also sensing a slight movement in the lower back. A slight stretching perhaps as the belly rises. And a relaxation as we breathe out. And if this does not feel right for you in any way, know that you can observe your breathing in a different part of your body, in your chest, at your nostrils, or feel your feet, or whatever does feel right. But if it does feel right, I invite you now to notice the breathing in the chest and in the upper back. Perhaps sensing the lungs filling with air as the chest and upper back expand, and emptying again as the chest and upper back return to neutral. And each time we notice that our mind has wandered off into thinking about the past or the future, with patience and kindness, as we would have for a child or for a little puppy, we just gently and kindly bring the mind back over and over again, as many times as it takes. And this time to observe the breathing in the chest and the upper back. It's perfectly normal for the mind to wander. That's what minds do. Their job is to think. But we are training our mind to focus on a single object of attention. And this training takes patience and kindness and practice. And now, if you wish, you can perhaps observe your breathing at the nostrils. Noticing the sensation of air as it flows in through the nostrils and back out again. perhaps noticing if you find yourself wanting to change your breathing in any way when you observe it at the nostrils. And just accepting whatever you find without judgment. How does it feel to observe your breathing? To be aware of every in-breath and every out-breath. This process that normally happens all day long and all night long without us noticing. Perhaps it feels uncomfortable to observe it. If it does feel uncomfortable, you can choose perhaps to stay with that sensation or not. The choice is yours, and there's no right or wrong. And now perhaps noticing other parts of the body in which we can feel our breath. Or maybe even the whole body. From the feet all the way to the head. Perhaps we can sense the whole body sitting or lying here, breathing. Sensing the whole body as a field of energy. A field of energy that is constantly exchanging with the world around us. through our breath, through our skin, through all of our senses. Can you feel your skin? That envelope surrounding your entire body. Do some parts of your body make themselves noticed more than others? Through pain or discomfort or other sensations such as tingling, heat or cold. And what happens if you deliberately aim your attention at a particular part of your body? Do you feel a rush of energy towards that part? For example, your fingers. Can you feel that energy, that life force in your entire body? Does your body have a message it would like to give you? Can you hear it? gradually, as we bring this meditation gently nearing to its end, I invite you to come back into our feet, and the other points of contact with the ground or the chair. To start to perhaps listen to sounds in the room or outside. Gradually bringing ourselves back, grounding ourselves, being present in the room. And I would like to read the poem again. Savouring the substance of existence is a serious frivolity. Someone must do it. Someone must love luminous hours when leaves marry light and refuse to stop shining. Someone must speak the sweetness of lilacs before it is lost beneath smog. Someone must bask in the beauty of blessing because the news knows only brokenness. When you give yourself to a particular place, the power and peace of that place give themselves through you. So savouring the substance of existence is a serious frivolity. Someone must do it. Will that someone be you? And gradually beginning to move, perhaps hands and feet, perhaps stretching, and moving in whatever way feels right for you, and opening your eyes whenever you feel ready.